Are you ready for some breakfast? Do you want an egg? Do you want an egg and a veggie fritter? Breakfast today, I'm going to give him this broccoli and sweet potato fritter. I'm going to make more of these today because he loves them so much. So I'll show how I make them and the recipe. But I'm just going to heat this up for him, and then I'm going to heat him up an egg as well so he can have that for breakfast. For his egg, I just used some of this avocado spray, and then I put the egg in the pan and scramble it in the pan. I just used one egg because he's not really a fan of eggs or meat, but I'm trying to get him to eat more protein. So I just like to put it on his tray, or else, do you want it? I just like to put it on his tray, or else he'll end up playing with the plate. I usually feed him with no clothes on, but I forgot this morning. So it's kind of a waste of an outfit because he's gonna get it all over himself. But if you have a little one, I highly recommend feeding them with no clothes on and then getting them dressed after they eat, because they get it everywhere. He will be 10 months in a few days, so I've been trying to give him more food since obviously when he turns 1, it will be his main source of nutrients and stuff. So I've been giving him like 2 to 3 meals a day, maybe like a few snacks, but he has been getting a lot better. So in the beginning, he would just play with his food and not really eat it. And I've seen it like in the last week or two, he's really getting better at actually eating the food and putting the food to his mouth. And he's actually really good at chewing, which makes me so happy because the whole choking thing, it scares me so bad. Like, oh my gosh, I hate it. Every time I give him food, I'm like, oh my gosh, please chew. But he is getting a lot better with it. And another thing I wanted to talk about was I am starting to wean, which is so ridiculous. In my last video, I was like trying to increase my supply because it was decreasing and I didn't want to wean. But I am officially starting to wean from exclusively pumping. So right now I'm doing 2 times a day, in the morning and at night. And then I don't pump during the day at all. So it's just in the morning, at night. This morning I only made about like 10 ounces, and then last night I think I made around 13 ounces. So my supply is definitely starting to decrease. And as soon as I saw it decrease this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, should I do this? But I need to just decrease. I just need to finish pumping. I'm over it. I want to see if it helps me lose weight, and he has enough milk, I think, at least to make it until he's 1. And if not, you know, we could always use a little bit of formula. And then when he turns 1, I'm pretty sure they switch to whole milk with their 3 meals a day. Like I said, I think he has enough milk to make it to 1. It's like my last few videos, I was like trying to increase my supply, but honestly the other day I was just like, I just need to do it because I want to do it. The only reason I'm not is because it makes me feel so guilty, like I'm stopping producing him nutrients. But it's fine. Like, I've done it for 10 months. It's fine. He's fine. We have more milk in the freezer that he can have. I just need to like cut it off. So I've been trying to feed him more so he is eating more food and a little bit less milk. I know he still needs a good amount of milk for his growing. I don't know. I mean, he still needs a good amount of milk. But I am trying to introduce more food so he can start getting his calories and nutrients from food instead of milk. In today's video, I'm going to be showing 2 baby-led weaning recipes. Like I said, the chicken and veggie meatballs, and then those fritters that he's eating over there. I made a video the other day. I was like, I swear my baby is a vegan because all he eats is fruits and vegetables, which is great. I love that he likes fruits and vegetables, but I want him to get a little more protein, especially since he is going to be 1 soon, and I want to make sure that he's getting all of his nutrients, especially if we're going to stop the milk production. So I'm trying to find ways to give him more protein, and he loves vegetables, so I think the chicken meatballs will be great because I will put vegetables in them, and then hopefully he likes it. His favorite food right now is broccoli. He is a big broccoli eater. Are you tired. He will just eat broccoli all day, every day if I would let him. So I try to sneak it, well, I don't sneak it because he likes it. So I try to sneak other foods into his broccoli, like those fritters. It has sweet potato, egg, oat, flour, and broccoli. Like I said, I'll show you the recipe. And then the chicken meatballs, there's broccoli in it. So hopefully he will eat it because he will taste the broccoli. Since I'm starting to use some of my frozen milk, I'll put a few of the bags in a container because sometimes they do leak. I think it just from the freezing process, sometimes they get holes in them. So sometimes some of the bags are wasted, which sucks, but I do put them in here just in case. And then usually it takes around 24 hours for them to defrost. And if I really need a bag, I'll just put it under hot water and it takes about 5 minutes. But I do like to put a few bags in here every day just so I can have them for the next day if I need them. And they're only good in the fridge for 24 hours after they're completely defrosted. Also in a previous video, I talked about how I wanted to try the Malk oat milk since it is free of fillers, oil, and gums, unlike other oat milks that are full of so much crap. This one only has 3 ingredients, which is filtered water, organic gluten-free oats, and pink salt. So there's only 3 ingredients in it compared to the one I was using before, which probably had like 20 ingredients in it. Now that I've been drinking it for like 2 weeks, I'm used to it. And if I drink other oat milk, the other day I went to Starbucks and I got an oat milk and it honestly tasted so artificial and I didn't like it, which is crazy. They also make an almond milk one, and I know they make the oat milk vanilla flavored one. I just get the unflavored because I just put my own creamer in. My creamer is still not the healthiest, but that'll be my next thing, but I'm not gonna do that right now. One thing at a time. I'm always switching my creamer like every week, but this week I got this from Costco and it's like a huge thing of the Starbucks. What's wrong? You want milk? It's like the huge thing of the Starbucks caramel macchiato creamer. I think it was like $8 from, it was like $8 at Costco, and it's 58 ounces. So this thing is really big. That's just what I'm gonna use today. And like I said, this is actually pretty good now that I've gotten used to it. So you should give it a try. Still gotta clean that up. I'm gonna have my coffee before that. I love to add extra cinnamon. I put it in before I put the Nespresso pod in, and then once the pod is done, I just froth everything together and it turns out so good. Something else that I wanted to show you was the sunflower lectin. I am taking 2 of these every day so I don't get any clogged ducts. This really does help, especially in the beginning when I had such an oversupply. I was taking this so I wouldn't get any clogged ducts, but now that I am trying to pump less, I am taking it as well so I don't get any infections or anything like that. This helped me a lot. I have a clogged duct, I think like it was a while ago, it was like 4 months ago, and it helped to get rid of it, and thankfully it didn't turn into an infection. So I do think that this helped a lot, and I'm gonna keep using it as I stop pumping. Right now he's playing, so I'm gonna go ahead and make the fritters. I'm going to use 1 sweet potato. I'm just gonna wash it, peel it, and then shred it. I use about a cup, and then I use a cup of chopped broccoli, and then 1 egg, and about 1.5 tablespoons of oat flour. You could add any seasonings you like garlic powder, onion powder. You could even add, I guess, like cinnamon or something since it is sweet potato. I just use these ingredients, and I might add a little bit of garlic powder.
I believe, and we got here October mid to end December. It's not going to be fully done, but just is a very, very nice camper. It's just small and not meant for 2 little toddlers in it. And pour, you know, the defrosted drinking the bottle to that since I've been doing it, but like just had like one little
As you saw, I just formed the patties and now they're cooking on medium heat. I do like 3 to 5 minutes on each side until they get golden brown, and I'm just cooking it in some avocado oil. Here are the fritters. They just got done cooking. I'm going to let them cool down and then put them in the fridge so we can have them today and tomorrow. I found it a lot easier just to prep like a few things one day and then he can have them for a day or two so you're not overwhelmed with constantly making stuff. Eventually he is going to be eating what I'm eating, but just since we're introducing more foods, I like to keep it a little simple for him just to get him used to it. So I'm going to put these in the fridge and he can have them for today and tomorrow for either probably like a snack or with something else for a meal. But like with the meatballs, he can have that for dinner tonight and then he can have them tomorrow as well. And it just makes it a lot easier. Like I said, he loves broccoli, so sometimes I'll just boil a bunch of broccoli and put it in the fridge, or I'll just cut up some vegetables and put them in the fridge. Like yesterday he tried the chickpea pasta and I just made a bunch of it and put it in the fridge so he could have it as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and make the chicken meatballs. I have the oven preheating at 400. I'm just going to use the leftover sweet potato and broccoli as the vegetables. I have the sweet potato, the broccoli, oat flour, garlic powder, an egg, and then half a pound of ground chicken. My camera died, so I had to charge it, but I just rolled up the meatballs and it made 8 of them. So I'm going to bake them at 400 degrees for about 25 minutes or until they're completely cooked through. And then I'm going to flip them halfway through. In 15 minutes, I'm just going to flip them over and see how long it takes. So the meatballs got done cooking and I let them cool down and I just put them in this container. So this is what he's going to be having for the next 2 days. Obviously, he'll have other stuff like eggs, vegetables, and just random stuff. But these are 2 of the meal prep things that I'm doing just for today and tomorrow. So he has the chicken meatballs and then the vegetable fritters. I'm probably going to give this to him in a little bit, but I'm going to end this video here. I just wanted to share some recipes that I am giving him lately. If you like these kind of videos and would like to see more baby-led weaning recipes, just let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more.